All right, here is today's repair. Basically what we're doing is we're repairing this gate. And as you can see, it broke right there. Somebody tried to splice it back together with some angle iron. Same thing happened up here. The first thing I'm gonna do is take this off. So the reason I'm taking this off first is because I don't want this thing to randomly just start taking off on me. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna strap this on here like this. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and cut this. So I'm going to need to break the old cutting torch out for this one. So now the only thing holding this gate together is this piece right here, and I'm gonna leave it like that because I think I can manipulate that enough to get everything back square and rolling with that joint in place. Oh, I got a little fire to put out. Had a little fire right there, and that's something you always need to be aware of as a mobile welder. You gotta be aware of setting fires. It's really not that big of a deal out here because there's really nothing around to catch fire that I wouldn't catch it in time. But I just got to be careful of that. Toe jack out, and I lifted the frame of the gate up, and it's still hinged right there. So what I did was I went and I moved the ratchet strap over here, got it to the height I'm happy with, and now I'm going to slug the inside of that with a piece of this. This is 1.5 inches, that's 2 inch. This should fit in there pretty tightly. It's not going to be perfect, but what I'll do is just weld whatever kind of gap I have. It's just a gate. It's not some super structural thing, but we're going to make this thing way better than it's been repaired before. The other thing is, at some point I need to see about fixing this wheel here. So I need 3 feet of this pipe. So how I'm gonna get a nice square cut on this, which I really don't even have to do this because this is gonna go inside of the other pipe. I just take a piece of tape and I wrap it around approximately where I want it. And you try to line that tape up, just like you would do with pipe tape. So there we go. Now I'm going to do the same thing up here. I know what some of you guys are thinking, Anthony, why don't you just take the gate off? Well, it's too heavy for me to handle by myself. This thing's all Schedule 40 pipe, so it's pretty heavy duty. The other thing is I can't slide it out because this is an active storage unit facility. People are coming in and out of here, and I can't close them from coming in and getting their shit. Now I need to go around and prep everything. Pull my measurement for the pieces of pipe that I'm going to put in between. So we'll get the toe jack set up. I want the toe jack out of my way-ish. Let's see. We're almost there. Okay. So it's pretty well leveled now. You can see the tops of the gate really line up pretty well. It's not perfect, but again, this thing has been tweaked and fixed. A couple of the people who have come through here told me this has been fixed almost 10 times now. So, you know what I mean? It's not going to get perfect, but we're going to get it close. The next thing we're going to do is slip our sleeves inside of here. Okay. So basically this is all I'm doing right here. So I need to go up a little. Up a little bit more. So you can see that pretty well lines it up. All I'm going to do is get on my measurement, and I'm going to pull that back out so that way I can determine exactly what length of pipe I want to put in the middle there. Now we're going to slip the top one in. And there we go. That should pretty well align the gate for us. So I let a little slack out of my ratchet strap here and everything seemed to even out pretty good. So we got 33 3/4, 18 1/8. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this a little shy. So I'm gonna cut the first one to only 18 and I'll cut the second one to about 33 5/8. Now, if I was doing real pipe fitting, this is not how I would do this. This is just because I'm doing a fence. You know, I would have a pipe wrap out if I was going to be doing that. Unfortunately, I left my pipe wrap at home. So this works well enough for what I'm doing. Not. Fuck. Between the end of the fence here. Damn it. Wish I had something smaller. Yeah, I can do it on the top though, so that's good. So I found this long ass stick. I think this will do it. All right, we got it in there. So now I'm going to jam it in the rest of the way. Okay. Now we'll do the top one. Now we've got a gap at both ends. We're going to take this piece of angle, throw it right here. It's nice and squared up now. So we're going to take care of this section first, and then we'll take care of the section downstairs. We're not going to weld this out, not until I'm done with this. This will be the last thing we do. So I'm going to be tackling this up with 7018, but this is more ductile rod. If I need to move something, 7018 is going to allow me to do that, whereas 6 to 10 may just crack. So it's pretty much aligning itself now that we've got the top all tacked up. It's not perfect, but it's pretty damn close. For this part, I'm just gonna eyeball it. So I'm gonna look down the fence, okay, and it looks like that upright is still kind of sticking out to me. So I'm gonna run my cutoff wheel in here one more time, and we're gonna bend this in. This is already aligned. So right here still appears to be bowed in when I look down the gate. I looped the top of the ratchet over there, and now I'm gonna loop it around this. So you can see now it's perfectly straight when you look down there. Perfectly straight. Nice. So we're gonna go ahead and weld that out.
So the wheels on this gate are really jacked up, making it really tough to roll this thing in and out. I'm just happy by this point I've got it welded enough so that I'm secure, and when I move it, I'm not rebending it in the wrong position.
All right, so I've got all this welded out with 6010. I'm gonna wire wheel it, see how it looks, and then I might put a pass of 7018 on it, but we really need to address this wheel. This thing is very hard to move, and it's partly because they don't keep their track clean. You can see the wheel is crooked, so we're gonna cut it free, pull the fence, and then we'll re-weld that wheel on there. So I don't know where you guys got to see up till because the fucking phone died. But we went ahead and got our 7018 caps on everything. It all looks good. Now I'm just addressing the wheel. So it took a good amount of force to bend this. So I'm just gonna hammer it back into shape and reinstall it. All straightened out. I'm going to go ahead and rent this thing up. Use the toe of my toe jack. It might be just enough, or just not enough. Let me find something to put on the toe. So I'm going to go ahead and tack this thing. We're going to roll it back and forth a few times. Make sure it's a little less bound up than it was. We're not getting this thing completely unbound. What this thing really needs is a new track and a new set of wheels. This wheel, upon opening it, I discovered that I don't think it has bearings. It may, but whatever, it's the rollers or whatever were completely gone. So what I did was just welded the washer to the outside of it to kind of give it something to set on instead of that oval that was cut into it. But really, it needs new wheels. So we've ordered new wheels. I'm going to come back here another day and I'm gonna weld new wheels on this, and then this thing should roll them back and forth pretty good. The other issue is that they're not maintaining the track. So of course it's gonna come off. It's just like a train on our train rail. If it hits a fucking piece of steel, the fucking thing gets derailed. This isn't that heavy duty. So it hits a rock, it's gonna get derailed. So all I can do is suggest that they maintain their track better. That's not really on me to do though. And all I have left to do is wire wheel it and paint it up with some cold galvanizing paint, and then this thing should be golden. Anyway, I'm Meltin Metal Anthony. If you like what you saw here today, like, subscribe, and share. If you didn't like it, go fuck yourself. Don't fucking care, okay? I really don't.